Sarah Schafer, Farmers Insurance Agency, joining us today. Sarah, a lot of recent flooding. Talk about advice you have for your clients and their insurance.
Yeah, so thanks for having me.
Of course.
Well, what I want to make sure is that if you have a homeowner's policy or a renter's policy, that whatever policy you have, that look at it and see if you have coverage for water backup in your basement. So if you have a drain or a sump pump and water comes in, do you have that coverage to take care of that, and is it enough coverage? So a lot of people, when we talk to them and we go through things, we'll say, hey, do you want coverage for the basement? Oh, I don't, water doesn't come in. But like every now and then, like recently we had water, a lot of water all over.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so that's something we look at.
Well, and one of our other clients was talking about they do mitigation when there's damage in people getting water in the basement. And they say that sometimes their clients they might have some coverage, but they don't have enough coverage. And so I immediately I'm like, hey, I want more coverage in case that sump pump fails, which happens for people, right?
Right. And the other thing too is, you want to make sure if you have downspouts that they're extended, that your roof gutters aren't filled. So you want to protect your house and maintain it for that water so it doesn't come in, because that can cause water. And if you have the egress windows, make sure they're covered so that water doesn't go through the window sills. And, there's a lot of ways water can get in that basement, and it's not always covered.
Well, talk about, does basic insurance policy, is that going to cover flooding?
No. So, water flooding is not covered on a basic policy. So if you're in a floodplain, usually you're advised to get flood insurance, and flood insurance is a separate insurance. And so, we don't always know what we're going to have, but you want to make sure that you're properly protected.
Well, you mentioned renter's insurance as well. If you're living on a second, anything above the first floor, you might think, oh, I don't need flood insurance. But what if, there's a plumbing issue that happens and you get water in your apartment?
So then that's different. That's a domestic plumbing leak than what's water sewer backup.
Okay.
So if you do live on the second floor and you have water coming in, that's a different type of coverage.
Okay.
The biggest thing is if you have a sewer or drain or a sump pump and that's coming through and water can back up, you want to make sure that you have that backup coverage, or check with your agent.
Call Sarah Schafer Agency, Farmers Insurance. Thank you for the insights. I love how you are always looking out for your customers, Sarah.
Thank you.